Hello and welcome to my first video. Today I want to share with you my latest knife. It's called the Raven. It's a knife that brought me great joy because it earned me recognition in the community of knife makers and bladesmiths. On the Bladesmiths forum, it brought me the so-called fiery beard. They have been so good to set my beard on fire. So thank you, gentlemen, thank you very much. Also, I want to show you this knife because I think that video catches the carvings better than a mere photograph. So what you can see is a hand-carved grip. It's decorated in the Mammen style. I was looking at an object named Cammin Casket. It's a Viking chest decorated in the Mammen art style, and there are two figures of ravens, and this one especially caught my eye, and I just couldn't stop looking at it. I knew I had to use it, so I put it in a knife handle. Originally I didn't want to add the rings, but it just looked unfinished, so I added them, and they drove me nuts and berries, but I'm glad that I added them. The wood is walnut. I wanted it to have a nice brown color. Of course, you have the brass ring, so you with a leather strap, so you can pull it out of the sheath better. And the blade has a wrought iron spine, pattern welded rod, and very old file for the edge. You can see the grain of the steel, although I'm not sure you can see it in this video, but the photographs should definitely capture it. And speaking of the sheath, I knew that a plain leather sheath would not do it justice, so I created this one. I made these brass mounds. They were not made after any grave find. I just went with the flow. My goal was to create an object that, if you wore it in the Dark Ages, people wouldn't recognize that it comes from modern era. Also, a brass attachment ring. You can you can hang it with a leather stripe or, antler pack, whatever. I've seen various methods of attachment, so I leave this to a future owner. And I've used a bit thicker leather than I usually use because I wanted this knife to have a good protection. I think this is a knife that will be a very good servant at feasts and at Viking raid parties. It's a very good slaughterer of food. Thank you very much for looking. I hope I said everything I wanted to, although I'm sure I'll remember something I forgot later. If you have any suggestions or comments or things you'd like me to say or do, please feel free to write it, share it, send it. I'll be grateful. Thank you very much. Thank you for looking, and Ernest Workshop, signing out.